Hey, what's going on, guys? It is Paul Farmer here from paulgfarmer.com. This is Freedom Project Live, episode 55. Episode 55. What I like to do here, share my experience online, share marketing tips, mindset tips, and share my results and what I'm doing to get them to help you grow your business, get better results, improve your mindset to more of a success mindset, and all of that. Okay, so before I get to today's topic, just want to say a few things. First of all, Lakers won yesterday. They beat the Celtics, which is, I know they're not having the best season, but it was exciting for me to see that last minute shot by Rondo go in. I was happy to see that because they've been trailing a little bit. If you don't know, big Laker fan since I was like 8 years old. So that was fun for me. It's crazy. The weather here, like just the other day, it was like 77 degrees. Today it's 26. It was like 77 just the other day. Today it's 26. I know that's like nothing compared to the East Coast, but still it's pretty chilly for us here in Texas. Okay, so let me get to, and on top of that, our heater isn't working right now. So a little warm in here, though. My wife had something on the stove, so the steam has warmed up the room. But it is chilly, and they're coming over a little bit later to work on the heater. Got to tear the whole thing apart and work on it. That's why I'm on a little bit earlier today. So let's talk about something that I know for a fact keeps people stuck, keeps people from reaching their full potential, keeps people from actually taking a step forward to change their lives for the better. And what I'm talking about is fear. Fear is huge, huge. I work with people every single day that are literally being strangled by fear. Literally being strangled by fear. They're allowing their fears to dictate their lives, to dictate what they do, to dictate staying stuck. And it's really a sad thing to see. I've had to overcome many fears while I've been online. So while you're going through affiliate marketing and network marketing, you're going to have to overcome your fear. There's just no other way around it if you want to get the results you want to get. If you don't care about getting results, if you just want to do it for a hobby, then you don't need to overcome anything and you'll be completely fine. So to kick it off, hey, good morning, Ronnie. Great to have you here. To kick it off, what does fear even stand for? False evidence appearing real. That's what I like to say. False evidence appearing real. It's not real. We're born with only two fears: the fear of loud noises and the fear of falling. That is it. Fear of loud noises, fear of falling. Everything else is learned. Okay. Now, what I have learned about fear and how to overcome fear is really quite simple. And I'll illustrate it in a story. So I remember back years ago, it was my girlfriend's son. Okay. She's my wife now. But at that time, we went to a water park. And I want to say he was like 8 years old, something like that. I think it was like 8 years old. And we went to a water park, and he was terrified of the bigger slides. He was terrified of them, And there was one particular slide that was like a toilet bowl. You drop down, it spins around, and then it drops in. And he was like absolutely terrified of going on that thing. And, I told him, like, you're always going to be afraid of it if you don't try it. And I don't know what happened, but he decided to go on it. And so before he went, terrified, didn't want to go. He was trying to back out the whole time. He went and he wanted to go again. Okay. And that's fear. That's fear. Okay. So a lot of the time, our fear, we make it up to be this big, huge monster, this big, huge deal. But when we actually face it and we step into it, it's nothing. It's nothing. Like when I was younger, I was terrified of roller coasters. Terrified of roller coasters. Wouldn't touch them. Always go on the little kiddie rides. Wanted nothing to do with it. Finally, one day I said, enough's enough. I want to know what I'm missing out on. So I went on a roller coaster. It was called Boomerang. It went upside down, I think, like 6 times, something like that. Never been on a roller coaster that went upside down. And, the whole time I was in line, I had a queasy stomach. And I kept wanting to back out the whole time. I'm like, I'm going to back out. I'm going to back out. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. Well, I went on it. And as soon as I went on it, I was like, man, this is awesome. I can't believe I've been putting this off for so long. I've been afraid of this for no reason. And ever since that time, I started loving roller coasters, and I kept wanting to go on the bigger, faster ones ever since. So that's outside of business. Let's talk business now, okay? So I'm just going to share some of the fears I've had to overcome to be able to grow and move through. And I'm still going through them, obviously. I'm still going through them. But I would say the 2 biggest ones for me were talking to people and video. Those were the 2 biggest ones, okay? Talking to people, I can talk to people in public, no problem. But my fear was of rejection. Like, I did not want to come across as a pushy salesperson. And I didn't want to get rejected. I didn't want to get rejected. So yeah, those 2 things, I had those 2 things going for me, against me. And I put it off for a long time. Like, I would literally not talk to anybody. People would be calling me on the phone wanting to talk to me about my business, and I wouldn't answer the phone. I wouldn't get back to them. If they didn't come through my, if they didn't just sign up with me without talking to me, then I wasn't going to talk to them, And even when they did sign up, because I did have some that signed up anyway, I still was afraid to talk to them because I'm like, well, what am I going to tell them? I don't have any value. I don't know what to say. So it took me a very, very, very long time to get over that. And when I finally started getting over it was when I was literally at my wits end. I was blogging, I was doing videos, and I'll come back to video in a minute. But I was doing all these things, but I was not connecting with people. I was not reaching out to people. That was the biggest thing for me, was reaching out to strangers I didn't know and talking to them and somehow presenting my business. It was the most difficult thing. It was really one of the biggest fears I've ever had. And the way I got over it was my mentor told me, you need to go and connect with 25 people a day on social media, Facebook, Twitter, didn't matter. You need to go and connect with these people. And I'm like, no, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. And I kept putting it off, but I hated my freaking results. I hated them. And I wasn't getting anywhere. I was watching my bank account dwindle down even more. I was getting more and more afraid. And I just said, screw it. I'm going to do it. I know I need to start doing this. I'm going to do it. And I got a notepad out. I started knocking down. I started reaching out to people. Felt terrible about it. It wasn't comfortable at all. A lot of reasons why. I didn't know what to say. So when someone said, hey, like if I reached out to someone and said, hello, how you doing? And they came back and said, hello, I didn't know what to say from there. I didn't know what to do. Everything felt so unnatural. It was bad. Okay. And maybe you can relate to that. Maybe that's why right now you're not getting the results you want in your business, because you're not reaching out to people because you're afraid of what you're going to say. You're afraid of what they're going to think. You're afraid of being that pushy salesman. You're afraid of being rejected. And I can tell you straight up, I've been through it. And you know what? It gets easier. The more you do it, it gets easier. So one of the reasons why I believe I got past that fear, and I still battle with it from time to time. It's not like I have a problem talking to people. It's just, it takes a lot of energy to reach out to people and know that many of them are going to not be open to what you have. They're not going to be open to talking to you. You know, that's something that you just have to overcome. You have to, here's a tip. Disconnect from the emotion of it. disconnect from the outcome of it. Just have a conversation, be casual, understand many people are not going to see what you have. They're not going to care about it. They're not going to be in a position to do it. That's just part of it, but some of them will. And you just got to go through those motions. So that was one of my very big fears. And how I got over this is a great example of how people move through fear. Is I was more afraid of not having any money, of possibly being homeless, than I was of going and talking to people. So that fear actually pushed me, that pain pushed me to overcome this other fear that would actually help my business, right? So sometimes we have to get to that point. Hopefully you don't have to get to that point, but sometimes we have to get to that point where that pain is bigger and it's going to drive you past that. And that's what happened for me. Now, the other thing is video. Video, man, if you knew me back in the day, I would never, ever, ever want to get on video. Some of you are terrified of video. I don't even know how many videos I have now. On my YouTube channel alone, I have over 1,300. That's one channel. I have other channels, okay? I don't promote those channels, but I have other channels. I have channels when I first started video that have like, I think 80 to 100 videos on it, okay? So video was the next challenge. But the thing is, video was before talking to people, which is kind of weird, right? So I got over video. I started doing videos before I was talking to people because I felt more comfortable just getting on video and talking, even if I look like a fool, even if I didn't know what I was doing, than actually getting rejected by people in person. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's where I was. So actually the first fear I conquered was video. And the reason I got over video was because I was doing a fitness boot camp. My background is in health and fitness. I have high-level certifications in personal training. I have a kinesiology degree. I was a physical education teacher. Fitness, health, all that is a big part of me. So when I lost my teaching job because I was laid off, what I did was I was like, I always had this dream. I always had this idea that I wanted to, because I was already a personal trainer, I wanted to go out and I wanted to create my own. At first it was a gym, but then I was like, no, I'll do a boot camp, a fitness boot camp. And because I was laid off from my teaching job, I now had time to do it. So I decided to go for it. What did I have to lose, right? Something I like doing. I knew nothing about marketing. I knew nothing about business. I knew absolutely nothing. I was literally just going and trying to figure it out on my own. But I got started doing video because I can't think of the guy's name right now, but he basically said video is the most powerful form of marketing there is. And I was like, I got to do video. Simple as that. I got to do video. And my very first video was me doing exercises, an exercise routine. And I had like a voiceover. I don't know if I had a voiceover. I think I just had music playing. And you saw me, terrible lighting, terrible video quality, exercising. And if you've never exercised in front of a video, try it sometime. It's not easy. You gotta think about your form. And if you're not comfortable on camera and you're doing this stuff, you got so much stuff going around in your mind, right? So that's how I got started. And then I started going out and I started putting exercise routines together because I wanted to create exercise routines that people could do from home that didn't require a lot of equipment or any equipment, didn't require a lot of time. And I would literally, because I live by the beach, I'd get up early in the morning before the sun came up, go down to the beach, set up my crappy little tripod on my 720 camera. It was a flip cam. And I had nobody to tell me where to stand or anything. This is all myself. And I'm out there doing these exercises, talking, trying to explain what they need to do and all this stuff. And that's how I got started with video. That's how I got started. And then I started doing more like value-based videos, right? Like talking about a concept, and then giving a call to action, that kind of thing. And I remember when I first started, first of all, I didn't have good equipment. My equipment sucked. I didn't have a tripod. When I first started, I didn't have a tripod. I stacked books on my table, and I put the flip cam on the table, and I talked. It was bad. It was bad. I mean, literally, when I first started, I would start talking, and I would stop, and I would stare at the camera. I'd stare at the camera. I was speechless. I couldn't talk. So, after many, many, many times, I got over it. So that's video, right? I've been doing a lot of video. Video has become it's easy for me to do. Still not 100% comfortable. I've done a lot of videos, still not 100% comfortable with it. But, you just got to do it. You just got to do it. So the next hurdle I had to overcome was live video. So I did record a video, no problem. Live video was next, right? And, not to go too long on this, but I just wanted to illustrate that I have had to overcome those fears. And I know many people watching this, maybe watching a live, watching a recording, they're going through the same stuff. And I'm just telling you that people that get the massive results online, they feel the fear, but they do it anyway. They feel the fear, but they do it anyway. And that's the thing, I find it sad when people allow their fears to dictate what they're doing in their lives. It's sad to me to see that. And I've had to overcome a lot, and I will still have to overcome a lot. Doing what I'm doing now on YouTube, I had to overcome a lot. I had to really decide to do this, and it's not comfortable. It's not comfortable coming on here live and talking about my day, talking about what I'm doing and sharing my results and sharing what I'm doing to build my business. It's not comfortable. It's not, but I do it anyway because I know I'm going to inspire other people and I'm going to grow as an individual. That's why I do it. And even though my view count is lower than it is when I do recorded videos, I'm going to keep doing this because I know it's going to inspire someone else. And like I said, it's going to help me grow as an individual. It's going to help me become a better leader. I've done webinars. Webinars were another big one. That was a huge one. I had a company owner tell me to do a webinar. He wanted me to come on and do a value-based webinar. Never done it before. Terrified. Couldn't sleep at night. But I did it anyway. So it's just, you got to get past the fear. And the best way to get past the fear that I have found is take action. The sooner, so here's the fear, here's you. The sooner you can shorten this distance, right? Here's fear, here's you. Sooner you can shorten this distance by taking action, the fear disappears. Or at least it's at bay, right? At least it's not as massive as it was. But here's what happens when you don't take action. Here you are, here's the fear. The fear is going to get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, because in your head, you're going through all these things in your head, like, oh, what if this person rejects me? Oh, what if it goes wrong? Oh, what if, you got all these things going in your head, and you're never, ever going to get, the longer it takes, the bigger the fear gets. The less time it takes, the less the fear. Okay. So, I really do hope that's helped you. Shared quite a bit about me, about what people have to do to overcome fear. I hope this helps you. Fear is like the number one thing that keeps people stuck, that keeps them from moving forward in their business. The main things when it comes to having success in your business is, one, understands people business. You got to reach out to people, connect with people, get them to know, like, and trust you. Share stories about yourself, give them tips, value, that kind of thing. And if you're not doing that, how are they going to know, like, and trust you? Why are they going to join with you? Why are they going to work with you? They're not. You just run traffic to a funnel. They don't know who the hell you are. They're not going to join with you. Some people will. I have come across some people that just click on links and join with people, but they're not doing anything. They're not making any money. Those people aren't. So I'm going to go ahead and read a few of these comments here. Ronnie's here. Good morning. Had to fear promoting without any results yet. Yeah, you know, that's another fear, promoting without any results, but you don't get results without promoting. So one of the things you could do is leverage other people's results, or go out and get your own results, work your butt off, go get results. Every business I've ever started, I didn't have results, but I had to go get them. And what I would do is I'd find something about the business I could leverage. That's what I've always done. I've always found something about the business I can leverage. Maybe the leader has some type of training I can leverage. Maybe there's a story I can leverage. Maybe, you know, whatever it is, you can do that. Results, you know, breakthroughs you've had, leads you're getting, you know, how you got those leads, like that, any of that stuff. Like if you go back and look at my track record, you look at my videos of what I've done, like I'm pretty transparent. Like I show you what I do. And every time I've gone from zero to getting results, it's because I'm leveraging something that's not from me. Like I'm leveraging another story. I'm leveraging someone else's results. I'm leveraging something about what the business provides, you know, and that's how you get over that. And then you get results, and you just start sharing those results, and it snowballs, and it keeps going and going. And that's really how you get into momentum, is you get a result. So that's the other thing. It's a different topic, but if you don't get results, and everybody's getting results, you should get something. You should have a lead or something coming in. Maybe one day, like maybe you're afraid of talking to people, and maybe you're going through the motions and you're talking to people, and finally you get somebody and you have a good conversation. That's a result. That's something you learned. You could go share that. And you go, hey, you know what? I learned how to do this in this community, right? And that's going to get people to get some interest. Oh, what's going on? Oh, this person's really learning, really growing. That's attractive, right? So, but yeah, Ronnie, absolutely. Everybody goes through that process. Some people go through it faster than others. Some people like to suffer longer than others. I was one of those people that like to suffer, and I'm still going through the process, you know? But yeah, some people, they would prefer to struggle and, you know, try to do it on their own. And I don't want to do it that way because I'm not comfortable doing it that way. Well, the thing is, if you have a fear, it's that what you're most afraid of that you should be doing. Is that what you're most afraid of that you should be doing? Okay. So for me, you know, doing live video, that's something I didn't want to do. I've started doing those. It's a different animal than a recorded video because you're live. You know, you have to interact with the audience. It's different. Like on a recorded video, you'll mess up. You just turn the thing off. You start over, or you edit it. Live video, you can't do that. You're live. Whatever happens, happens. You just got to roll with it. So, but that's really all I got on fear. I mean, I could talk about fear more so, but really it's just, instead of talking about fear, I want to talk about action. Action is what shortens fear, right? The quicker you take action, the less fear you're going to have. It always works that way. So whatever it is you're going through right now, wherever you're at, even when it's starting a new opportunity. So maybe you're out there looking for an opportunity. You're not sure what to do, and you're constantly going back and studying and trying to find every little tiny thing out. The fact is, you're going to talk yourself out of it because you're looking. Basically, what you're doing is you're looking for negatives. You're looking for a way out. That's what you're doing. You're not looking for a way in. You're looking for a way out. Because if you're looking for a way in, you're in. You're going to get in. There's no well, this is wrong and that's wrong. No, you're going to get in. So I don't know. So if you like this stuff, you know, yeah, I could definitely help you overcome it. Like the main thing is just take action. That's for me. That's the main thing. But really, where you're really going to get ahead, and how I am growing as an individual and how I am getting better is, you know, a mentor. You need a mentor. Simple as that. And you need someone that's getting better results than you. I need someone that's getting better results than me. So right below this video, if you want to get a mentor, a multimillionaire mentor that knows the ropes, teaches this stuff, can help you, has helped many people have breakthroughs. Many people have breakthroughs going from zero to full-time income in a very short period of time because of the mental blocks everybody puts up, because all the programming we got to overcome. If you want someone to help you through all that, there's a link below. It says Get Millionaire Mentoring. Go ahead, watch that video. It explains everything, and get started with that, because that's really where you're going to grow. That's really where it's going to take you to a whole nother level, to get around someone that's not only doing it, that's proven, that has students that are proven, plenty of success stories is what I'm saying. Okay. So yeah, you can keep coming to my videos and checking this out, but I'm telling you, you got to get a mentor, someone that has better results. And I know I have better results than a lot of people out there, but I'm not way up here. Okay. There are people way better than me. Okay. So, if you'd like to work with a millionaire mentor, who's going to work with you, take you from wherever you are, break down the barriers, break down the fears, and get you into action so you can actually live a life you want to be living, check that link out. Okay. So with that, thank you for attending. You guys have a great day. Thank you, Ronnie, for your feedback, for participating. And I'll see you later. Have a great, what's today, Friday? Have a great weekend. Have a great weekend.